Right guys, welcome back to the Regal Gentleman Studio, and today we've got Tom in the chair. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you mate, I'm good. So what's the plan? What are we doing?
So I've been growing out my hair for about a year and a half.
Okay.
And I think it's time I switch it back to having short hair again.
Okay, cool.
So I'm thinking like kind of maybe a flow with maybe like a taper fade or something like that, but really I'm quite open to suggestion.
Alright, cool. You've got cracking hair. That's for a start. Like, your hair will do a lot of things, so that's a good thing to start with.
Right.
Is this natural highlights or is this highlights?
No, I had balayage done.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I think
cool.
it's like end of last year. Yeah, maybe like October.
Okay, because you might still keep a bit of that, you know. Well, it'll look really nice for the finished look. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah, definitely. All right, cool. So in terms of the style itself, so obviously a flow style is where you keep a bit more length on the sides. You can see your separation with your fingers, and then obviously we can put that into a taper somewhere within the haircut, right?
Yeah.
First of all, how short do you want the taper to be?
I don't know really.
How much of a contrast do you want?
Yeah, like a significant contrast, I think. Yeah.
Maybe down to beard length. Maybe a bit shorter than the beard.
Yeah.
Like a 1 or something like that.
Yeah.
Just down the very bottom.
Yeah, like faded, kind of like maybe around your length on the sides, possibly.
All right, cool. Well, my haircut's like a few days old, so it's not that. So it's like a 1 into a 3.
Right.
So the only thing is with that on the back and sides, though, is that you'll lose the flow massively. Because if I do like say a 3 into a 1 or even a 4 into a 2 or something like that, you're not going to get that pushback that you want. So have you got any images of what you want? Only because I want to make sure we're on the same page of flow here.
Yeah, sure.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Let's have a little look.
So I was thinking like maybe something like this.
Oh, okay. That's very different from what I had in mind there. That was
really?
Yeah. I was thinking something like that, but with a shorter taper on the back and the neck.
Oh,
that's
right,
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because that's where you see the flow.
So that's
through.
more of a flow. Okay.
Yeah. I would say so, because that's got the shape on the top, and you've got that bit in the blend. Yeah. But you get that anyway, just by adding product to it. Do you know what I mean? If you kept it low enough. So that's what I was thinking of. So is it more that kind of style you want to go for?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
But I mean, I'm open to your ideas and suggestions.
Yeah. All right. Because I definitely think I'll be honest with you. I think this top, the way it's standing, I like how it's fallen on the top. I think if you emphasised the parting a little bit more, or maybe we wouldn't cut it into a parting, but if you emphasised that kind of the movement in the top, I think it would look great. So I think if you were to keep similar things to that, all I would suggest doing though is probably keeping more length on the sides and the back. I feel like you'd benefit from that a lot more.
Yeah.
So if we did more than doing like a full sort of guarded number on the back and sides, I feel like it would be better if we did the taper, clipper over comb the back and sides to kind of get a good short enough length that we can still keep some length through the blend here, and then maintain length on the top. I think would look really nice. I think like a variation of that, but just something that I think would benefit, because that model's hair there is very much like a lot thicker than yours. I reckon scalp exposure would come quite soon on yours, and I feel like it would change the whole look. So I think if we were to only show scalp around the very cut, around the very bottom, like through the sideburns and the neck, and then we just freehand clippered, and then allowed us to keep a bit of length through here, I think that would work quite well. And then the top again, just something coming back, but just that is a short enough length that it blends in, but also you can still wear that kind of off-centre parting through there as well if you want to, or even if you were to bring it over this side and get a bit more volume in there. I mean, that would look quite nice on you as well. I feel like that side looks good. I think you've got the face shape for everything as well. You're a great canvas. What can I say? Made my job really easy. You're the Instagram picture. That's what you are, mate. We've always got one. So yeah, I think if you've done something like that, would be great. Really put loads of texture into it. I feel like maybe let's use that as inspiration, but let me balance it to you.
Yeah, sure. That sounds really good. Thank you.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, let's give this a shampoo and conditioner anyway to start, and then we'll get started on it. All right.
Okay.
Sweet, man. Right. So Tom's hair is nicely shampooed and conditioned. I'm going to start on the back and sides for this one. So we are going to approach this haircut with the idea that we're putting a taper in there. We're also keeping some length through the sides and the back, and then I'm going to freehand clipper it to match the length. So to approach this, I'm going to do a cross graduation haircut. So I'm going to be working from shorter down the bottom and then building up in weight as we get to the corners. That's the plan. And then taking all the edges and the perimeter shorter. So I'm going to start off by putting in a section. So we've got, when we do a horseshoe, it's a U-shaped parting. When we do this section, it's a V-shaped parting, right? So this comes from the recession back to the middle, okay? Through here. Because we're building up the corners here. We want this to fall nicely into the back. So we start from recession and we work all the way back. So, like so. and comb it past the middle. So you're going to do like an X across the back there, and that'll match it up perfectly. So we're working just across the top of the round of the head. And see, as you get to the back, it creates a perfect V, like so. These sections can be done quite easily if you get the knack of it. And all I've done there is just created like an X at the back and matched it up. Clean sections, clean haircuts. It's my attitude. So, I'm going to start on the right hand side because I'm right-handed. Now, unfortunately, this isn't a haircut we can just kind of cut right off and donate the hair, unfortunately. So we're going to have to work and take the length off in as we work through the haircut. So starting down the very bottom here is my first section, like that. Now, this is setting the tone of the rest of the sides. So fingers are resting against the head. Don't forget you mirror the section as well, so your fingers are level. If you do this, it can look right. You have to mirror the section. Keep your sections nice and narrow to start with. Again, the smaller the section, the more hair comes off. And because we are going quite short, we want to keep the sections quite short. And we're pulling this down to match underneath. So there's a guide underneath there. So as you can see, I'm basically just layering the longer hair as we get up. So the angle will start to follow the shape now, like so. We pull it down to match the last section. From here. How's it feel to hear all the hair fall down on the gown, Tom?
Yeah, it's quite strange.
It's so dramatic, these gowns, you know, they really are. They make such a really dramatic noise of the hair falling off, especially when we're doing like really long sections coming off. So what that's encouraging to do is to sit back seamlessly and allow me to create that taper into the bottom while still building up bulk and weight up there. So Tom, what was the reason for growing your hair out then, buddy?
I think I'd never really had long hair before. I've always kind of had quite short styles.
Okay.
And I went travelling, must have been, last year for like a couple of months, and kind of like started to grow my hair out then.
Ah, so you had a bit of a head start by being away on holiday, yeah?
Yeah,
Nice.
It was like kind of like the classic. I don't know if you know Alex Eubank. He's like a fitness influencer.
I don't know. Sorry, Alex, if you're a fan of the channel. No. I mean, I'm not really into fitness, if I'm honest with you, mate, that much. I tend to not do that much fitness. That's probably why I don't follow him. Yeah.
But yeah, he's got like quite mad hair. I'd say it's.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like wavy, but it still looks quite natural. And yeah, so I was kind of trying to aim for that.
Oh, okay.
Like grow it out and
did you realise that you had no wave in your hair at that point?
Yeah, that thought did cross my mind at some point.
It's a nightmare when that happens. I thought I'd get a bit of wave as well, mate, to be fair, when I was doing it.
Yeah.
Did you never opt for thinking about going for a perm or something like that to give yourself a curl and blow dry the wave out?
Yeah, I thought about maybe like a loose perm, but
yeah,
never really went for it in the end.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried like a hair waver, you know, the one with it's like 3 prongs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
gives like a
quite
finger
well.
wave. Yeah, it gives like a finger wave.
Yeah. That kind of like with a little bit of sea salt spray as well worked pretty well.
Well, at least you give it a go though.
Yeah, no, it was good. Yeah, it's been good. And it's been different just to try something new, you know.
Yeah, totally. So how long had you been planning on doing this sort of shorter cut for then?
I mean, I thought about it for quite a while, to be honest.
Did you?
Yeah, like, I guess once I started to realise that it was going to be difficult for me to get some wave in my hair and get like the style that I was thinking of getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of since then I was just a bit like, oh, actually maybe I prefer shorter hair. Yeah, it was just kind of like, I don't really know where to go from here. Do I
Yeah.
try and keep it long with like a different style, or do I just go back to like slightly shorter and?
Have you had this style done before?
No, I haven't. No,
Oh,
this
okay.
is still quite different for me actually.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So there's the right hand side cutting. Right, so you can see if you pull it down, there's a line I've created, a straight line through there. So that all underneath there is going to be like my clipper work blended right down into the fade. But as you see, watch this. Watch how nicely that falls into itself. See, look at that. You can imagine putting a taper in all along there. It's going to look really nice, isn't it? So visualising what the end result's going to be like now. Taper coming down from here, through the ears, into the sideburns, keeping that length up here, connecting that top in. I think it's going to look awesome, I really do. So when you got the balayage, was that just to give you a bit of movement in the hair? Was it like a bit more texture or something?
Yeah, it was that, and also that I was kind of like trying to replicate this style that I'd seen on this fitness
right,
influencer.
yeah. I get you.
Yeah, because he kind of had like, it almost looked like his roots were coming through, but it looked good.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What do you do for a living, bud?
So I'm a student actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I'm studying masters in transport at Imperial.
Oh, right,
Imperial
nice,
College.
nice. Good time to try out some new looks then, hey? Great time, isn't it? Are you working alongside studying as well, or no?
No. Yeah, just studying.
Nice. Yeah, this is the perfect opportunity to do all these different looks. Find one that you like the look of. Have you always been someone to try on new things with the hair?
Yeah, I kind of, so at the start of the pandemic, I started cutting my own hair.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So that was really the point where things got interesting.
How did you learn? Like, what did you do to learn?
I guess YouTube helped.
Yeah, YouTube, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I don't know. I just picked up some clippers and gave it a go, type thing.
So, are you cutting anyone else's hair at the moment still, or not? Did you?
Yeah, I am actually. Yeah, I started cutting a couple of my mates' hair.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. It's quite satisfying.
Have you tried cross graduation like this?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. But your friends happy with the haircuts?
Yeah, I think so.
So, I mean, you know what, right? It's the end of the day. If they're happy, and
Yeah.
you can't really argue with that, can you?
Definitely, yeah.
Doesn't really matter if you do it with your feet, as long as the client's happy, right? That is genuinely all that matters, isn't it? You know?
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of how I started cutting my own hair. I was just like, if this looks good, then that's good enough for me, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
Need to do whatever I can to.
100%, yeah, definitely. So you've never thought career in barbering suits you?
To be honest, I have.
Have you?
Yeah. And I'm definitely getting into it. Like the more I'm doing my mates' hair and stuff, the more I am.
It's a bit infectious, don't you think? Like it's a bit like you can't really you do it and then you're like, oh, I want a bit more of that. That's quite a nice feeling. Then.
Yeah.
It's the feeling of like knowing you've made someone really happy, and you get that instant gratification, don't you, from them and from yourself doing a nice haircut as well.
For sure, yeah, it is really satisfying.
So now I'm going to start on working on the back and sides. Now I'm cutting that in. I'll put the one taper in first. I'm going to work out from that point onwards as well. Switch combs, a larger clipper comb, just freehand, go back over. So use the orange one because I really like the length that goes down to. That's kind of the reason why I use it. I just love the length it goes down to. And I use this just to perfect the rest of it. Same thing on the neck as well. We've got the one down the bottom and taper that right out too, just to match into the sides. Now onto the detailers. So, gonna line up the edges first before we carry on. We'll taper in the temple to showcase a shorter finish around the edges. I'm just going to strengthen that up a little bit as well. So Tom, have you got any styling products at home that you can use for this look now?
I've got a couple, but I don't know, I'm not really sure. What types of things would you recommend?
Clays, pastes, powders would be all really good for this as well. To be honest, what I'd probably suggest doing is blow drying a product in and then just finishing it off with a bit of the extra product on top. Okay. That's what I would suggest. Freehand a little bit of this now with the trimmers. Here's the sides and the back, right? So as you push these back, it becomes really square and everything sits on top of it. Nice, all right? Yeah. How's it feel to see your hair this short again?
Yeah, it's so weird. It's good though.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Just like weight off.
Literally. Yeah. Right, so going to use horizontal sections now to cut into the sides, like so. Use that guide there, pull it right out, and cut the top in to blend and match. So our hair is starting to fall in nicely now. Like that. So as we dry that off, you have a lovely bit of shape sitting through there. And there we go, everything's starting to fall in nicely, see? Very similar to the picture that he showed me, but we just tailored it really nicely into how Tom's hair needs to fall in properly. Now through the top, match up my little point, just taking a little bit off there like that, so we've still got quite a good amount of length in the top so we can add a bit of movement in there. Take that section right down the middle, make from up here. That left hand side there, and graduate this down into that section there. the fringing as well. So right above the crown, make some root lift in this as well, so working up and then through the ends. A bit of separation. And we'll do any last little bit of detail at the very end. So I'm going to put a little bit of this product in for you. So what you do, you can use this in long hair, short hair. I got introduced to this by my mate Ryan when I had long hair. I've used it ever since. And it works on my hair. I put a little bit in today just because I fancied it, you know, just to give it a bit of something. I put it on halfway through the day more than at the very start. And I used to use this in my longer hair to give my like separation, hold, whatever else. Then brush. Start on the sides. So try this back. And then finish off with your fingers. And then you'd be ready to style essentially then. So you could leave it in just like that if you want to, and just have the hair falling in like that if you really want to, with just that product in, just a very light hold.
Yeah.
Or you can add a bit more in, which I probably will do anyway. Okay, but I'm just going to finish off doing a little bit more texturizing. So head down for me a second. I'm just going to work through here and just point cut into this bit here. Just take it out, a straight line, straight in like that. So how's the length for you, mate?
Yeah, it's really nice, yeah.
Before I put anything in it, I'll show you the back and sides, okay? So.
Oh, awesome.
So it's very similar. I just put a bit more length and a bit more texture through the crown where you needed it, and through these corners here as well.
Yeah.
But it taped out to a 1, both sides.
Oh, nice.
Happy, yeah?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Looks nice, doesn't it, man?
Yeah, so good.
I like it a lot. Right, so let me put a little bit more of that product back through it. And this will just bring out everything that we've just done, okay? So, through the fingers, through the sides. You need like a pea-size amount, you don't need an awful lot. This just defines everything that we've done. Because it looks like we've got nothing in it, it just adds separation. Then you end up with a really nice natural finish. It looks like effortless, you know what I mean? That's it.
Nice one.
Yeah?
Thank you so much.
Reckon you'll be able to do that?
I'll give it a try.
Yeah. That'll be easy, mate, it'll be easy. Right, here we go. So, yeah, just did a freehand sort of taper into a 1 on the sideburn. So again, you get scalp exposure, but it's not like drastic and harsh. And you still create that flow and that movement in there. So now it's all styled out. In fact, you know what? Let me show you in full view. All right, let me just take this off a sec. Hold this for me, okay?
Okay.
I want you to use that mirror to see yourself in the mirror behind you, okay?
Okay.
Just like that. Here we go. So that's how it stands now, that's how it falls.
Oh yeah, that is nice.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you
good.
watch this is the bit I love. You can see the flow.
Yeah.
All falling. Just like that.
Nice one.
That side as well.
Oh, yes.
Nice, isn't it?
Nice, yeah. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, mate. You're very welcome. Thank you, Tom. Take that mirror off you, mate.
Cheers.
Thank you very much, man. That was awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.